Welcome to CSL TV, and I just hope you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day. And if you're new to the channel, this is just a review, a reaction, as well as an informational channel. Hopefully the informational part help you and someone out. And we pretty much just watch videos, the news stuff from Notice News, Crime Line, all that good stuff to educate ourselves for what's going on in the world. And hopefully that part of information help you and someone out. And if you've been rocking with your boy, I just got to say thank you so much for rocking with me, watching these videos, being caught up. And I know some of y'all probably are more educated. That's why it's a review and y'all educate us or me who, just see what we see and y'all actually know more detail about the whole situation. But I don't like making my intro too long. So I just got to say y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. Let's get it.
Story is tragic. This is 17-year-old Marko Nikecic, a high school senior from Glen View, Illinois, just outside of Chicago. Just days before prom, something would happen to Marko that would end his life way too soon. Sunday night, Marko was driving a Mercedes along a residential street when a Mustang, traveling at a high speed, collided with his car. An eyewitness said this.
This guy was flying. I could hear the whoosh of the car as it went by the street, and a second later I heard the big thump.
The impact was so severe that it nearly split the Mercedes in half. Marko, known among his friends and family as a gentleman and an aspiring entrepreneur, was loved for his kind nature and ambitious spirit. He had plans to attend college and room with his best friend.
We always talked about the future. Unfortunately, he doesn't get a future.
In the aftermath, the community's grief was palpable. Students and friends gathered at a makeshift memorial where his father, overwhelmed by grief, knelt and kissed his son's picture. At the wheel of the Mustang that killed Marko was an unidentified driver, now hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries. The driver, according to witnesses, had been maneuvering recklessly, even turning off the car lights moments before the crash. This all happened just days ago, leaving the Glen View community to mourn a promising young life cut short. As we reflect on Marko's story, we're reminded of the countless young lives lost on our roads each year and the cries for safer, more responsible driving. Rest in peace.
My condolences goes out to that young man's family, just because he was in a terrible accident that made it impossible for him to be here today. And as a person who's been in a real bad car accident, I'm just so blessed and I'm thankful every day that I was here, just because we was going at a decent high rate of speed. And you know what I'm saying? It was just crazy as this one. I mean, why would somebody drive that fucking fast to the point the car almost could have split in half? Look at this shit. I mean, nobody should have to go through that. Nobody should have to deal with this. Look at this. Nobody should have to go through that. And that's why there's rules and safety, measures for us to follow, so we don't put ourselves or anyone else in these type of situations, or that's bad. And trust me, I'm so happy to be alive. A lot of people, and even myself, didn't know how bad I was, my body condition was, until all doctors and shit years and years later. It's just, man, why people gotta speed for? I know they make these cars fast and aggressive and they sound so good, but there's a time and a place if you want to race. A time and a place if you want to race. It's a time and a place if you want to drive fast. That's why they have tracks. That's why they have drag strips, stuff like that. But again, I'm just so, man, I know. Look at him. He looked like he's just hurt because he see it and he know a young person got killed and a young person is really messed up. I mean, y'all just need to follow these safety measures and rules. This could be you. You could be in a wheelchair if you want to go for a nice road with your kids or walking with your kids. You could be the one who can't walk upstairs comfortably like how you used to. You could be the one who can't even work how you used to. You could be the one where they could be saying there's no help, and then next thing you know, 10, 20 years, 30 years, if the world's still here, you in a wheelchair permanently. You could be the one that could be like this family that's going through it, because look at this right here. You could be that one. Think about it. Man, that's crazy. But y'all be safe out there.
This story out of Miami is heartbreaking, and we have to warn you, the details may be upsetting. This is 15-year-old Ella Riley Adler, a high school freshman and gifted ballerina who had graced over 100 performances with the Miami City Ballet. She lit up the stage in productions like The Nutcracker and her recent school production of Chicago. Just this weekend, Ella was celebrating a friend's birthday, water skiing on the waters of Key Biscayne's Nixon Beach, when tragedy struck. On that fateful Saturday afternoon, as Ella was in the water, a speedboat collided with her before speeding away and leaving her injured in the water. This image shows the immediate aftermath. First responders arrived to a devastating scene, a young life cut tragically short. But this story takes an even darker turn. The driver of the boat that struck Ella kept going and fled the scene, a vicious hit and run on the water. A theory on social media suggests the driver of the boat may not have realized what happened, but experts say that's hard to believe given the circumstances. Investigators are desperately searching for answers, even offering $20,000 for information leading to an arrest. This all happened just last weekend, leaving Ella's family and friends in mourning. First Lady Jill Biden visited her family following her funeral to sit Shiva with them. And on Tuesday, a speedboat was seized as a crucial piece of evidence, with the community and authorities pulling together to find justice for Ella. The owner of the vessel is cooperating, but the driver is still at large. Anyone with any information is asked to contact Miami police.
Well, let's just hope that justice is served, and, with them cooperating with people so they can be like, hey, this is the person that was driving this boat. This is the one who's held responsible, because how could you not notice somebody sitting out there in the water, and then the people she was with, where the hell was they at? Why wasn't they yelling, screaming to alert to get people's attention that, hey, it's my kid's out there, somebody's out there, a life is out there in that water? You should always be paying attention, being safe anyway, because if you don't practice being safe while doing things that could seriously hurt people, this is what happens right here, and this is why we need to always practice safe. It's good to have a little fun, but you also need to be alert if you're going to be doing stuff you're not supposed to be doing.